Hi, it's Sharon along from the Performer's Heart, and it's day 18 of our 21-day challenge. Today we're going to be talking about your health. If you're like many of the performers and artists that I know, you may not necessarily be that good at looking after yourself. You only have to spend a little bit of time down in the dressing rooms during show week to witness just how much coffee and sugar is consumed in order to maintain those optimal energy levels so that you can go on and perform at your best. And sometimes what happens is at the end of those busy, intense periods, there can be a real slump in your energy and also your mood because your body's really quite depleted. Today is going to be all about sharing some very, very simple things that you can do to keep that energy level and your health far more balanced. Because I'm sure you'll agree that having that crazy high of performance week and then the low that comes afterwards is not necessarily the best way to function. Yes, we want those highs of performance week, but we also want to be out at the end of that period to have the energy to go on with your life. Whatever your project, if you don't have your health, then it's incredibly difficult to see your project through to the end. And I'm sure you've experienced that at different times in your life. The simple technique that I'm going to teach you today is called stop, swap, and start. And it is simply a way of you having a look at what you're currently doing in your life, stopping some things that you know in your heart that really aren't good for you, swapping some things that you may be doing with something that's a little more healthy, and starting something that you know would really be of benefit to your health. Let's begin with stop. What are some of the things that you could stop doing in order to improve your health? Maybe it's getting that frozen Coke on the way to rehearsal, or finishing rehearsal with some fish and chips. Up the road from our dance school there's a fish and chip shop, and I'm sure that we keep them in business, but it often horrifies me just how much junk our kids are consuming. And I'm certainly very mindful of that when my own daughters ask for some money to go to the fish and chip shop. So think about what practices can you stop doing in order to improve your health, and jot some of those down now. Our second thing is swap. Already you'll be starting to think about some of the habits that you're having and noticing that they may be not so good for your health. Swap is a really good way to simply swap something that you're currently doing with something that's a little healthier. I remember having a conversation with a parent just before my daughter was about to launch into production week for Alice in Wonderland. And she was saying, I really need to pack my daughter a big bag of lollies to see her through. And I quietly shared that maybe it would be better to pack some carrot sticks and some celery sticks and even some dip to dip them into to help really give her body what it needs. I also give my daughters some boiled eggs and some really good quality whole grain biscuits to help them maintain their energy levels. It can be a bit of a challenge when everybody else is consuming junk food, but ultimately you need to be responsible for you and manage your health. So whether you're going out or staying home and snacking, think about what you're currently consuming and how you can swap it for something that really is going to benefit your health and nourish your body. And finally, we have start. What are some things that you can start doing that are going to improve your health? I believe that we all know deep down the things that are good for us. We tend to ignore those quiet little messages from our heart. So if your body is saying drink more water, or go for a walk in the morning, or go to bed earlier and get more rest, it may be time to start to listen. So jot down some things that you know would be of benefit to you to start making a part of your life. By now you'll have some things to stop doing, some things to swap for something else, and things to start. In the early days, I encourage you to pick just one thing from each of those categories and really focus on them and make them a habit in your life. And when you've made those changes, go back to your list and add something new. You'll soon find that you've managed to transform your health in very, very simple, small steps. I really hope today's lesson has been of benefit to you. Keep taking action on your project. Just be mindful of your health along the way. I'm Shiona Long, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now. You're free.